Although the court of public opinion would have you think otherwise, there are plenty of logical reasons to defund Planned Parenthood. My name is Eli Gordon, and for the purpose of not throwing up all over you, I'm going to be giving my presentation from home. Personally, I'm not okay with my tax dollars going to an organization that destroys human life in terms of profit in doing so. I'm going to be outlining the economical reasons that we should defund Planned Parenthood, as well as touch upon their evasion of the truth. Now, in 2013, Senator John Cornyn from Texas tweeted, in 2013, Planned Parenthood performed 327,653 abortions while receiving $528,400,000 in taxpayer funding, which violates the Hyde Amendment. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Hyde Amendment places a federal restriction on funds from the government being used towards abortions and abortion-related activities. Now, the problem in this is that the Women's Health Services and the abortion entity are both under the same roof. It's only broken up by our viewpoint, but they consider it to be the same thing. So what's to stop them from shifting around some of the subsidy and in turn freeing up funds for abortion? So the funding can't legally go towards the abortion, but we're not exactly preventing them from doing so. This brings me to my next point of how important it is to separate the women's health entity and the abortion entity under Planned Parenthood. I don't think anybody can dispute the importance of women's health services. I think they're absolutely crucial and shouldn't be defunded. I think they offer so many great things such as the STD testing, the cancer scans, and all of that stuff. They offer many features, and I don't want to defund them, but I also don't like how Planned Parenthood is shadily covering the fact that they use funding for abortion by putting it all under this mantra. So why hasn't this been brought into question before? Well, it has. In 2011, the House voted to defund Planned Parenthood, and they went on the offensive. They saw just how important this shift in public opinion was, and they sought to correct it. They spent $200,000 of taxpayer funding on a nationwide bus tour to prevent the Senate from following suit. They saw just how important it was that the House made this decision, and they couldn't afford another big body, being the Senate, to do the same thing. So Planned Parenthood propaganda aside, let's take a look at some of the facts. Since 2002, the number of abortions that Planned Parenthood has performed has increased 30%. And that's during a time when the nationwide number of abortions has actually decreased. I think that proves that they have a clear set agenda going into this, and they're abiding by it. Going up on that fact, for every one adoption referral that's made, they perform 174 abortions. This shows that they're just going in with a mindset of performing these abortions. They're not providing their clients with a plethora of options, as they should be, but going in with the agenda to perform as many abortions as possible. And this would be a good business motto and would be in line with corporate social responsibility. But we're not talking about a business here. They don't have a bottom line to worry about. This is a nonprofit entity that is supposed to help their customers and enhance their quality of life, rather than drive them down a one-way road that only ends in abortions. It might not be the best thing for each of them to get abortions, but they're not exactly getting that option. The 327,653 Planned Parenthood abortions each year is about equal to the enrollment at the largest 6 public universities in the country. And I thought that was absolutely shocking. Can you just imagine that all of those students just didn't exist, were just wiped away? Because I definitely can't. That's a lot of bright minds leaving the country, leaving existence, actually. So, if Planned Parenthood wants to continue to receive federal funding, they need to separate themselves into an abortion entity that doesn't receive funding and a women's health services entity that does receive funding. And as long as they're under the same roof, I don't think that I can be for the support of funding Planned Parenthood. And I'm going to be passing it over to Megan, who's going to go into more detail about the practice of abortions and why what Planned Parenthood is doing is wrong. Thank you.